right, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. That's pretty good. Quick turnaround. Let's do a quick audio test before we get started. Yeah, it's definitely coming in a little quiet, but that's because I turned down the volume because this shit is just so loud. I guess I could turn it down here, but anyway, we're getting distracted. First of all, housekeeping. Monday's video is Rising Hell. Super excited for that video. Let's see. Was it today? Yeah, it's today's video. Yeah, today's video was Hell is Other Demons. It did pretty well on TikTok right at the start. I got some decent engagement, and then on YouTube, I mean, it's like half the views, so I guess we got to keep plugging. We'll see how these games do, but yeah, Monday video, obviously we moved to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The usual. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. We're finally going to actually review the Warframes and hopefully not crash my OBS this time, because now we've got another OBS open, so it is very is a cruel choice for my computer. So yeah, that's about it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I think we nailed it. All right, let's get started. I guess we can go live on TikTok. That's the first thing I want to test, and then we will do a quick overview. We will talk a little bit about the build we're using and Zephyr, and then I want the first Zephyr cut to be really early in the video. So first things we got to do, go over here, close this, open up TikTok. I think we're ready to go. We can go live on TikTok. Yes, let's see. Warframe with viewers, yes. Auto screenshot, whatever. Audience controls. I think I should do yes. Okay, go live. All right, I think we are live on TikTok. That is excellent. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I'm gonna pop out the chat. We're gonna pop that in the corner and scale this up a little bit. But first of all, hang on. Okay, that's about how much real estate we need. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So we got a little bit of space. Yes, I can see people joining. That's great. So we got chat window right there. And I got viewership. All right. That's sick. Let's just get started. I've been waffling too much. Let's do one quick test on TikTok. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it's all split up pretty nice. Okay, sick. All right, let's go. So, first frame. All right, let's get started with explaining what this video is. We are doing, we are doing crowd control frames, or as I like to call them, suck frames. So any frame that has either a duration-based crowd control or like a larva or maybe an ensnare, those are all going to be, they're going to simplify the game a lot. They're going to kind of turn the game into caveman mode. We got Kitty Cat coming in. He's going to yell, but I think he'll go to sleep. I don't think it's going to pick it up on the mic. But yeah, it's Zephyr. Zephyr is the first one. She is a duration-based crowd control frame, so that means you're really talking about 3 frames: Zephyr, Vauban, and Ureli, the newest one. Basically, all of their ults have this ability where it just creates something that pulls enemies in. And Zephyr's a little unique. We'll get into her. I'm going to pull open the build and just leave it here. You guys can take a look at it. So first of all, Zephyr has 2 different crowd control abilities. She has a duration-based crowd control with her tornado. As you can see, my radius is 70 meters because I'm rocking 280% range. She also has an active crowd control, which is the other form. We're talking about larva, or we're talking about ensnare. All right, so these abilities are, you have to click and then something happens, whereas with tornadoes it just exists for a time. So pretty sick overall. So yeah, Zephyr I would say is #1 best crowd control. She has 2 different kinds, so that you don't always have to use a duration. Like, let's say you're doing an exterminate mission, you won't really be using a duration because you're not locking down a point. It's really a lot more about survival missions. And then obviously the other unique thing is the arcanes, and then the Archon shards. God, I'm gonna mess that up, but you get the idea. So the first arcane we're rocking is Arcane Avenger, and the other one is Grace. I think Grace is like mandatory on like most frames that have a decent amount of health, and Zephyr definitely has a decent amount of health. Avenger is a little bit interesting. I would say you might want to go with either using her default 3, which is Turbulence, but I like Avenger because I can actually just swap out Turbulence with Defy, which is just going to give me about 900 armor, which is a little bit less than 80% damage resistance. I would say like maybe 75% damage resistant through armor. So, you know, that's before adaptation and before, well, I guess that's really it, you know. But we're trying to stack defensive abilities, all right? So I would say like if you're not using Defy, you'll probably need like Arcane Guardian to give yourself enough armor that you're not going to die in one hit, but I would say that you'll still probably die in one hit. So let's just get right into it. Obviously, we have an AoE weapon. This is the lens, and the lens is it's AoE before AoE was really good. It's a classic. Of course, I have a ribbon for it. For all of these meta weapons, you might as well, like, if you get a ribbon for any of these meta primaries, then I'm going to do a whole video about, like, it's game over. It's like the whole game becomes easy mode as long as you can manage your ammo well, which is really just, you know, the ammo pickup is 1, so it doesn't matter what percentage of ammo. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Having a really insane primary weapon like this that has hunting munitions is kind of essential for doing this, which is the thing we're testing is, of course, conjunction survival. So this Zephyr is going to be a lot longer just because I'm kind of explaining things, but like Zephyr is just, she's just criminally good, just too good. And you're going to see, as long as I don't fail instantly when we get to the bosses. Of course, it's also Friday night, so, you know, drink them if you got them. That's all I got to say. Don't want to be too much into it. Oh my god, I feel like TikTok is just serving me nothing right now. I mean, I'm seeing people log in, so shout out TikTok. Alright, see, this is what I'm talking about. So, here's the secret. Oh, I forgot to mention, I guess. So speakers are still on. I forgot to talk about Glaive Prime. You'll see all about Glaive Prime. You'll know very quickly. Of course, I would say most glaives, as long as you can get some insane mods for them, they're going to kind of delete everything. They just deal a lot of damage. A lot of damage, I'll tell you that. Okay. So we have 750 armor. We're hitting almost 900 armor. So, you know, we're getting almost 80% damage resistance. That's how you can think about that. So as long as Defy is active, you know, I'm going to get that defensive bonus, and, you know, I can just kind of run wild. I don't... Because the whole point is to get shot, right? So you can build up adaptation. I mean, generally, you know, there's only a few different guns being shot here. You know, there's a Corpus gun and a Grenier gun. So you're usually, you know, I'm getting 90% slash and I'm getting 90% puncture. So just, you know, it's kind of a feedback loop. The more you get shot, the more you can get shot. But let's say a Blitz Eximus shows up and just hits you with the fucking nuke wave. It doesn't matter. Like the Blitz Eximus is gonna out DPS any defenses. It doesn't matter. I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, like if you're rocking Revenant or some, I think it might even delete like all of Rhino's armor or like all of Nejah's armor. But I would say that might work. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys will ever see a true Steel Path Rhino playthrough, because Rhino is just now my king. I don't know what I would do without my Rhino build. Just like people are like, I think when someone says that Nejah is just fake Rhino, to me that just says, oh, you don't know how to play Rhino then, because like Rhino's best ability is Roar. Like just having a flat damage buff, like for any boss, like you're in the Archon hunt, right? Having like, you know, if I'm lucky, if I can get one extra bonus from somebody else, we're hitting like 260% damage, just flat. Like all damage is buffed by that amount. And oh my god, I can't tell you, dude. Oh, it's so criminal. And then as like one dude has Zada's Whisper, that's all you need. Or like all you have to do is shoot them. No, wait. I don't really know how Zada's Whisper works, but anyway, it's kind of like a mag bubble on their head, or just at least on their upper half, and it's just absolutely savage. That's, oh my god. Okay, here we go. I think I need Defy. I mean, you might as well just keep using it. I haven't even put down a single tornado this whole game. Alright, there we go. Alright, folks. See, I was just playing like a fool. There you go. That's how it works. That was like, what, 40 enemies maybe? At least close to 30 enemies. You just hit your 2. As long as your 4 is active, you know, using airburst near some enemies will pull them in. It'll pull them into the tornado, like, guaranteed. Look at this. Here, I'm going to do the airburst there. And it's going to, I think, pull the... maybe not. Maybe not. Alright. Jesus. Alright. So we already have to pop the life support because I'm just, you know, looking like an idiot. That's all. Let's be honest, folks. Just keep the tornado active. That's it. Like, with these duration-based crowd control, that's it. As long as you have enough energy. And guess what? I said it in the last stream before the whole stream crashed. I hope this looks good on TikTok. I mean, I say that every time, but that's just my hope. I moved the bitrate down by like 2,000. I don't know if that changes anything, but you know, I don't think TikTok needs to worry about the quality too much. Alright, folks. I mean, I could turn it up. We'll see. We'll try it out for the next stream. As long as it doesn't crash. That's just that's the meat and potatoes of it all. Alright. So you're starting to understand, right? This is just, there's no gameplay. You just press 2, hold 4, win. That's it. Use your bow. Use the lens. I mean, it's as simple as that, folks. Sadly, only larva will actually, like... Well, actually, no. I think that ensnare and larva both affect the bosses. Or, I mean, at least the sentience. That's what I mean, yeah. I mean, you saw that. That was the glaive prime. That was just brainless maneuvers. Okay, tornado. Let's hit him with this. I guess I should be in the air, shouldn't I? There, he's dead. Okay, let's try and kill this guy in a second. Oh, nope.
Extraction is ready. These manifestations must not.
Okay, and then I have to... Oh, can I not press 2? I'm pressing 2 and nothing's happening. What is going on? I cannot activate my abilities. What the fuck is going on? This might be a game over. Is my 2 broken? What the fuck? I can't use any of my abilities? What the hell? I'm literally pressing 1 and 2. Oh my god, this is bullshit. This is so cringe. What is going on? There you go. Okay, now I can use my abilities. Alright, too late. It's already too late. I already failed this mission. You see what I mean, folks? I'm trying to press 2. I'm spamming it like crazy. Okay, yeah, that's a fucking fail. That's a fail. But that's what you want, okay? This is not easy, especially when you're oh my god, I can't do it again! What the hell is going on? Oh my god. This is just... Oh my god. It's like the gods have cursed me. They're like, oh, you want to start streaming again? Go fuck yourself, dude. Go fuck yourself. Look at this. Okay. Go into operator. And then I'm pressing 1. Okay, now it worked. So I have to like scroll onto these abilities. Oh my god. Try it again. No, it's working. Alright, try it again. Okay, now it's working. Oh my god. Yo, okay. What's up, Bert? Bert. You just watched me fail. I'm... So embarrassing. I hate to say it. I hate to be in that position, but that's the meat and potatoes. It's so embarrassing. You come in, you're like you're talking big game, but it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Oh my god. Maybe I should put hashtag Warframe in the description. Is that what I'm thinking?
A valuable
Let's give it a shot. Give me 1 second. That's so embarrassing. All right, let's drink to that. Hey, Bert, drink him if you got him. That's what I gotta say. It's that type of Friday. Oh. Here's the thing. Oh. I just made a new channel trailer, okay? And I said, "Oh, solo streams are Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when you can expect me." But now I'm here on a Friday because TikTok crashed. Well, everything crashed. I think just Streamlabs crashed, actually. We're going to go in again. I mean, that was so embarrassing. So you kind of had to scroll to use your abilities in the operator. So this is the thing, okay? Like, this mission is designed to just be brutal. Having the 3 bosses, it's really just the Thrax enemies. They are so raw. I cannot express to you how many fucking times I've tried and I've tried, and it's just, you do one thing wrong and it's game over. Dude, do not worry. Just watch. Just sit back and watch. That's all I can say. You'll get a feel for it pretty quick. I'm going to put hashtag games, and I'm also going to put hashtag gaming in the description. I want to see if this actually does anything. Let's give this a shot. All right, Bert. So we're going to use the Arca Plasmor, which I have renamed to Bounce. Because what does the projectile do? Guess what? It bounces. Damn. Deep as fuck. Obviously numbers are meaningless. What? Why does this have 110% crit chance? What the how does this have... Oh. Are the numbers wrong because I'm using Zephyr? Wait a minute. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. Let's look at this. The numbers are wrong because I'm using Zephyr. So Zephyr has a crit chance buff that is built in when she's in the air. But I guess when you're in the fucking arsenal, the buff is just active. Like, you just always see that number. What the hell? Oh my god. I mean, it's just a numbers game at this point. So no wonder I was like, oh my god, the ALAC has insane... Well, it's wrong. It's a wrong number. Anyway, the number is 45,000. That's the big one. With a 2.1 multi-shot. So essentially, I shoot 2 bullets, and each bullet deals about 22,000 damage, barely favoring viral damage. So every once in a while you'll get a heat proc, and the burning damage is gonna scale off of the damage you deal in that projectile. So it might be 8,000 or it might be 20,000 damage. Like, that might be what the number scales off of. Okay, so that was one Zephyr test. I'm going to do one more Zephyr test, and then, yeah, we got to just at least go for two. I think that might have been good enough. Okay, folks, I'm going to just be honest. I think that might have been good enough. I'm tired of fucking doing a Zephyr review. I've done it twice now at this point, and both times something has happened. So let's just move on, okay? I don't know if I'm going to do Ureli. The thing is with Ureli, yeah, look at this. I have Energize on Ureli. When I could have, yeah, I don't even know. I could put Avenger in there, honestly. But I don't want to put a shard on her. Oh my god. I mean, I could mess with her build. We're going to worry about Ureli later. All of these frames that are not prime yet, we're going to do them separately. I'm going to do the primes first, because the primes are the ones that I actually have builds on. Like, full... Look at this. Vauban has 5 fucking Archon shards. Each Archon shard, you get 2 Archon shards a week. Okay? 4 of these are red. So there's like a 1 in 3 chance that you can get a red, and you have 2 chances at that. So you have 2 chances for 1 in 3. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. 5 shards. Okay. And it's just so that the Bastille... Dude, I keep touching this. I keep touching this fucking... this is like a mic stand holder. And I don't know why. It's just like this fixation. God, it's so fucking weird. Like, I just keep doing it. I'm like, dude, please stop. Anyway. Vauban is essentially the same. You can see I also have Defy. He has 200 armor, so you're going to hit 950, so you're a little bit closer to 80% damage reduction. Obviously, I also have Avenger, but I don't have the aerial crit chance buff that skews all the weapons and makes them seem better than they are. Okay. I can definitely use Phantasma for this. Okay. Phantasma is a beam weapon shotgun, so it has a huge area of effect, and you I don't have anything that reduces accuracy, but if you reduce the accuracy, then it wiggles more and you hit more enemies, but it doesn't matter with Vauban. So let's just go. Obviously I have Gaze, which is a high crit chance chain beam secondary that also has infinite ammo, and then of course Glaive Prime, the king of all kings of weapons, like the strongest weapon in the game, period. No question. The Glaive Prime breaks so many bosses. Like, Lephantis is this giant 3-headed flesh monster, and it has a damage cap on how much damage you can deal per bullet. But the Glaive Prime bypasses that for some reason. And it also works on this other guy, Vahek, who also has a damage cap on his head, but you just bypass that and just delete him for, you know, in literally 3 hits, and it's classic. I mean, you love to see it. Yeah, once again the speakers turned off.
The Orican Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Alright, let's go. So this is Vauban. Obviously I saw the build. I'll go over the build again when we finish this. So let's first just get Defy. Defy it up real easy. And then, yeah, I think we can just drop a Vortex. Yeah, as you can see, that's it. That's the whole gameplay. And we just shoot the Vortex. And that's it. That's how you play the game. That's Vauban for you. Are you happy? I used to have Breach Surge, which was kind of crazy, but, you know, I would rather just have flat crit chance with the Arcane Avenger. Yeah, it's just numbers go brr. I mean, just brainless mode. It's just, that's the power of the duration. Who's the best character? Oh my god. Well, that's like, what do you want to do? Like, I would say arguably like Rhino in most situations is going to be insane, just because being able to buff your damage by 2.5 times, like essentially you're not even doubling, you're almost tripling the damage that you deal for every single attack. It doesn't matter what the attack is. And so not only does that apply to you, it applies to your squad. So like for most missions, like especially I think most frames can handle most missions, especially if you're just going to play with other people. Like the only real reason to do like an insane build is if you're going to play solo. Like otherwise, like dude, when I play with other people, I don't even use a primary weapon. Like you see how all these weapons that I'm using, this Phantasma and the lens, like these are all these absurdly powerful, you know, like bows and shotguns and rifles, and you know, they're primary weapons, and they're just so strong that it's like, why would you use them and why would you not use them? You know what I mean? Like, why would I ever use an auto rifle when I can use an auto rifle that also explodes and also has an alt fire where it releases this bouncing explosive projectile? So it's like, oh. But I would say there's a reason that I did crowd control frames first, because I firmly believe crowd control frames are first because crowd control frames are best. Like having a max range Vauban or a max range Zephyr, or you know, now also a max range Ureli, like you're talking about enemies being unable to do anything. Yeah, it is essentially Oh, dude, I played Destiny 2 for a little bit. I really want to like play with like other people and like get into a clan, because I think that's the secret that I've always been bad at, is like I play these games because I can do them solo. Like that's why I do it. Like to me, like a lot of the shit that I see from Destiny 2 is like, I don't know if I can do this solo. I don't know if that's how it's intended to be played. And so it's like, you know, I think Warframe, oh dude, this is what I was saying in the last couple streams. Like Warframe has secretly been a roguelike this whole time, and they just never told you. And then it's like now all of a sudden this update called Plains of Duviri comes out, and you know, one of the devs just flat out says it like, oh yeah, this is the roguelike mode of Warframe. And I was like, oh Pablo, you dirty bastard, you. Like I think Warframe is a lot more about the arcade aspect of some of these games, that like if you want to make it repetitive, like just make sure that it's as fun and diverse as you can, and like give people as many options as they want to, and just like it's all about limitless potential. And I think it's like, dude, there's some shit in Destiny 2 for people that are like late game that I just watch and I'm like, oh, this is just Warframe. Like you got fucking mods, you got rolls, like you got different stats you can roll on your gear, at least I think. And so it's like, dude, I mean, they hit the nail on the head so early on, right? Like Destiny 2 was like an S tier game, like so early on, and everybody knows it. Like it may have a little bit of slowdown, but what game doesn't? Like the idea of like running out of content in a video game is like so, like how many hours have you put in this game and now you're running out? Like, you know, I don't know. I want to look at someone who's doing a video who says like, oh, there's nothing to do in Destiny 2, like, and then they have like fucking 10,000 or 12,000 hours because they stream it, and you know they get paid to do it, so they do it as much as possible. It's like, oh my god, I don't get paid to do Warframe right now, but the whole point is like, oh my god, look at this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, that's it. It could have been 2. Oh, okay, here we go. This is where it gets serious. So here's the Thrax. Am I not just dealing damage to them? There we go. Come on, dude. There you go. They're both down. Okay, let's see.
Life support is at risk. Destroy them.
Oh my god. Dead? Are they dead? Yes, they're dead. Okay, let's quickly get this. Let's not fail this fucking mission. Okay, folks. I need to definitely pop a Vortex and also pop a Defy. Oh, nobody's gonna defy me. Is 5,000 enough? Yeah, it is. Alright, sweet. Let's get this Steel Essence. Where the fuck is it? There you go. Okay. All these guys can die. Look at this. Goodbye. Look at this. I'm surprised it's still running. Oh my god. Let's see. How many hours do you have in Warframe? Oh my god. You should not have asked that question. Because on GTA I have like 300 hours. Fuck yes, dude. I have like... I have more than 300 hours in Elden Ring, which came out this year. I have 7,000 hours in Warframe, and that's just idle time, so that doesn't count for in-mission time. I think my in-mission time is like 2,200 hours. So it's like, dude, that question shall never be spoken in this chat. No, you can speak it, but like you get the idea, because it's just insanely crazy. Yeah, dude. I mean, but and then the other question is, don't ask me how much I spent on this game. Never ask that question. Yeah, that's a no. Because I don't know that number. I couldn't tell you. It's a big number. It's more than $1,000, I think. I think with the Prime accesses at this point. Yeah, I would say. But you know, it's like, bro, more. It's like over $1,000 over fucking 7,000 hours and 5 years, 4 years maybe. Yeah, dude. I think I remember. Yeah, all of them are like $150. But I mean, and they come out like every 90 days. I've been getting them. Oh my god, why is this bitch getting deleted? I'm King Whale. You can call me that all day long. I mean, just the Prime access alone. That's pretty much the only thing I get at this point. It's like that, and then like maybe a a Tenogen skin every once in a while, and those are like $7, but that's pretty much it. Because I don't really get plat anymore. Like, all the plat that I get from the Prime Accesses pretty much saves me over for 90 days. So that I can just get some forma. Like, dude, I literally have every weapon. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have every weapon. And then, but, you know, like with melee weapons, I'm only using the slash weapons. I'm not even bothering with, like, these fucking weapons that only deal impact damage and also have really low crit chance. It's like, dude, this thing is garbage. I'm not using this shit. There's like one weapon. It's like a dagger that you get from like one of these late game quests. And it's like deals electricity damage and it's all impact and it's like it's a dagger, so you can like, you know, there's like a funky heavy attack build because the dagger has a guaranteed slash proc. Oh my god. But if, you know, I'm sure people will learn more about this as time goes on, but you will learn that, you know, I'm not the best with money. That's all I can say. In, you know, what is it? How easy come, easy go, as it says. That's why, oh my god. I'm looking at apartments in the Seattle area. On his Nintendo Switch. Dude, I tell you what, Bert, there's one thing to tell you. Fuck. Yeah, it is so complicated. I've been waiting so long for cross save so I can play Warframe on my Switch and then take it anywhere and like play it in a fucking hotel room. That would be so savage. Oh my god, the day. Yeah, it is. All I can say is it is one of the most complicated and like mechanically dense games in existence. And that's why I love it. Like, there's so much math and percentages. It's like, as someone who is probably not on the autistic spectrum, but definitely has some distinctly like autistic traits, the numbers, bro, they just hit. Like, the numbers, oh my, the percent, oh, I'm dead. Fuck off. Who hit me? I think it was the, oh, look at this.
They aren't from the neural sentry. Destroy them. They are drawing.
Let's see. There you go. Instant revive. First of all, I'm glad you guys saw that. A little bit of a panic moment. Is one of these guys getting sucked up? Or both of them getting sucked up? What the hell's going on? Oh, that's the Thrax. Yeah, let's get rid of these Thrax guys.
Sought to present them with yours.
Yes, did I get the buff? Like, dude, this is pissing me off. I can't tell you how many goddamn times I've just swapped into operator, dashed at the ground, and spammed 2 as fast as humanly possible. And I guess it just suddenly does not work. Like, it's the most stupid shit I've ever seen. Insanely just Dumbo hours. Get out of here, you fucking stupid. There you go. God damn. This is pissing me off, man. God. Alright. Let's go. We are actually at 10 minutes. I think we can get out of here. Should we just get... Yeah, I think we'll just leave. Alright, we're done. Should we do one more test of Vauban? Yeah, there you go. Boop. Once again, this is Vauban gameplay. I didn't even use Vortex for like half the time, and it's fucking lagging the shit out of my computer. Look, and they're all dead. Okay, that's Vauban gameplay. It's so simple. Like, there's no gameplay. Oh my god. Alright, let's go. We're out of here. And then we'll do one last review of the build. You know, we'll look it over. Yeah, as like a duration-based crowd control is just brainless. There is no gameplay. Alright, once again, touch the fucking thing. Like, Jesus Christ. So there you go. That was it. You know? I'm trying to do these videos as streams because I just feel like, you know, if I'm going to do a stream, I might as well, like, do something as opposed to just playing Warframe. And so, you know, if we can do this in an order, and then, oh my god. Yo, Bert. Peace out. It was good chatting. Oh my god. How many can we get? 3 maybe? Okay, so that's both of the duration base. Okay, that's it. Zephyr was first, now Vauban. Those are both of the duration-based crowd control. All right. So you got Vortex and you got Tornado and what's the other one? Turbulence? No, that's wrong. Airburst. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Take a look at the build. All right. Obviously, max range. We're rocking 280%. Yeah, it was fun. Peace. Let's see. So let's get into it, I guess. He has this one ability called Overdriver that gives you a little bit of damage. I could care less. You don't need damage, all right? With these duration bait, like, it's just brainless. Like, you just click, okay? It doesn't matter how much damage you deal. You can use a bunch of funky weapons. You can use the Opticore Vandal. You can use the Tenet Ferox. You can use the Stephalos. Like, all of these weird... They're S tier, but they're not really meta. So, like, you get the idea. It's pretty simple, all right? And then Growing Power is pretty essential. I think I have an Aura Forma in this slot. And then, of course, Zephyr and Vauban are the unique ones where they have Defy and Avenger, so that they hit that basically 1,000 armor threshold where they are now qualifying as a tank frame. So then, as a tank frame, they have enough damage resistance that they can get hit enough to proc Arcane Avenger consistently. So like 20% is like pretty good. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. 20% is pretty good, but you do need to get shot for that to proc. So, obviously Grace is a necessity. It's basically a permanent fixture on every build, or it should be, unless you're really doing a pure shield build, which there are only like 3 frames in the game. But even still. Anyway, that was it for Vauban. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Next up on the list, we have the first of the active crowd control abilities. So the first active crowd control ability is Larva. That's Nidus's basically signature ability, or it's his Helminth ability, so you can put it on other frames. And the first one we're going to talk about is Atlas. So Atlas, if you look at his base kit, I mean, he has Tectonics, which is just a wall, essentially useless. So you're going to swap that out with Helminth. But the thing is, his Rumblers will never deal damage in Steel Path, no matter how much your strength is. They will run interference. They will run, distractions. All right. His Petrify that benefits it doesn't benefit at all from strength. And then his Landslide is definitely not going to deal a lot of damage, especially in the Steel Path. So what you're realizing is essentially strength is almost useless on Atlas. There's no reason to build for strength. You use Umbral and you use the triple Umbra so you can get the big numbers. But yeah, if strength is useless, then boom, just slot in Larva. Like, if the frame doesn't need strength in any way, then you want to hit 280 so that you can have a 22.4 meter Larva, which is, essentially where Nidus is at with a lot more power strength. So, obviously they had to nerf it because it is pretty insane. Okay, so now Atlas with the triple Umbra does have 1300 armor, which is going to give him, oh my god, it just tells you the number right there. God, I'm a fucking idiot. 82%. Look at that. God, I am brainless. And then he also, the secret is that when he does Petrify, when he does Petrify, the enemies that die are going to drop rubble as long as you have full health. And the rubble is going to count towards an armor meter, which goes up another 1400. So you're basically almost hitting 3000 armor. And that is like well over 90% damage resistance. Like, it is just stupid. It's so dumb. So like, Atlas will never die. Even if he has 0 armor gauge, he will never die, okay? And if he does die, that is cringe on your part, okay? As always, it's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So drink them if you got them. Let's get into it. We're done. let's get into it. That's all you need to know. What are we at? Oh, we are doing Archoplasmar. Okay. Baller. Okay, let's do this. Oh. Yeah, let's just do it. I think we're ready to go. Yeah, okay. You get the idea. I could talk about the other frames, but why don't we just get this over with, and then we will talk about the other frames later. So yeah, we'll go for 2 rounds. That's all we'll stay for. Okay. So there are 4 frames that I'm going to be trying to review today, or right now. We got Atlas, we got Mag.
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls.
We got
for
Hydroid,
song.
and I think there's one more. It might be Inaros. I know Inaros is on that list. But yeah, we'll worry about that later. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We gotta, keep our eyes peeled, keep our head above water. Pretty simple. I think everything is working. I think my computer is not crashing. It's good to hear. I like to see it. We've got 2 different programs doing window capture right now, so I think it is chunking up. But we're still running at over 100. Like, I think we're still cruising. So here we go, folks. Look at this S-tier larva gameplay. Boop. That's it. That's the whole gameplay. And then you click, and then they die. Look at this. Like, that's the power of CC, friends. It is just brainless. There's no gameplay. It is, in fact... I've said it before. I don't need to say it again. We want to try and move to the center of the arena if we can. But look at the damage on this fucking... The Archoplasmar is just cringe. And as long as you have that Avenger buff... Oh, that could have been a crash. I felt that. Great heavens. Okay, I think we're safe. I don't think we need to worry too much. Let's see. Okay, big group right there. Okay, there you go. That's what you want to see. So as always, when you talk about active crowd control, it's definitely active is the operating word there. But it's so simple, really. Like, as long as you're rocking Animal Instinct, or especially primed Animal Instinct, and you have that enemy radar, like, it's just a matter of looking at the biggest group and just clicking in that spot. So can we test this? Yeah, okay, that's working. And then especially when you're just rocking the Archoplasmar, like, it's just numbers at that point. You can't help but just laugh. 22 meters is pretty absurd. I think it grabs anything in that radius. So it's actually like wherever I click, imagine a line going 20 meters outwards and just latching onto anything. Look at this. Let's see. Oh my god, that must have been over 20 enemies easily. And that's larva for you. In most situations, you really can just rock max range and just not even worry about it. Like you saw, I'm playing with triple Umbra, and I have over 100% strength, even with max range build. So it's really just overextended that's gonna... obviously overextended is the one that's gonna mess it up, because, it's all about that negative strength. But like, yeah, dude, Atlas does not give a fuck about negative strength in the long run. Look at this. His whole gameplay is just tank gameplay. Like, that's... Like, the tank's best ability is just being able to use Arcane Avenger. That's really been my whole philosophy, is like, you're talking about like, you're talking about someone like Excalibur Umbra. He has over 1,000 armor when you have triple Umbra, because of course Umbra has built-in triple Umbra Forma. So it's like, it's an obvious choice. And so, suddenly you're using your you're using your Exalted Blade, and you don't even build for crit chance, and look at this, you're just critting like a monster. And you could even put a couple crit mods in there, but I don't think it's necessary. I could look at those stats. I was always curious what the crit stats were. That might make it pretty juicy, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Excalibur Umbra is going to be part of the DPS or the exalted weapon characters. And then, you know, I think we'll do shield frames separately, except for maybe Mag. Yeah, Mag is a very interesting exception to the shield frames because she has a built-in shield recovery ability, so it's just so easy and simple. Let's go. All right. Okay, look at this. And we click. And there you go. Now you see it. Yeah, the larva bugs the sentience super badly, and they just kind of disappear under the map. So it's a really useful ability, even though it's definitely not intended. Oh my god. Dude, that was kind of sick. I mean, yeah, we got 2 people stop by for 1 second, so whatever. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is the first of the Thrax enemies. I think we've already had... oh, did we not actually have the Acolyte spawn? Let's see, are we good? Is he dead? Yes, this is not working again. Dead. Dead. Okay, good. Easy. And then we take out this guy. And easy. Okay. And we are at 40%. Okay, looking good. This is actually feeling pretty good. I don't want to jinx it. Gotta be careful, as always. Keep it simple. Okay. Okay, I think... Oh, you guys saw that. That was a Blitz Eximus. I think that's this guy. Yeah, okay, here we go. That's just me detonating the Glaive Prime, like, right in my face, just like an idiot. Okay. Keep it simple. Keep it crispy. Okay, we got a couple minutes left. I think we'll get a cheeky Acolyte spawn, maybe, and then hopefully dip out early. But you guys get the gameplay. You're seeing. In the end, like, whether a frame lives or dies is just dependent on the weapons you're using, honestly. You know, if I'm going to do a solo survival, I'm going to rock a meta primary. I'm going to rock either Glaive Prime or maybe Falcor. You know, and I'm just going to delete everything because why would I not? Like, in what other situation would I really need to use these weapons? Unless I'm actually just alone, tending with, you know, as many, like, the whole goal of a solo survival is just to be killing as many enemies as possible. And so a lot of this solo survival missioning is more about positioning. You see what I'm saying? This missioning is more about positioning. What does that say? You know, when the bars just come out, just unintentionally, like, why did I say the word missioning? What reason did I have to say missioning? And then for it to just line up perfectly, realizing myself just in the future, just it was past me just setting up future me and just slam dunking it. I mean, come on. Or maybe I knew all along. Maybe subconsciously I knew. Is it weird to, like, dive into this too much? This is what happens, I mean, folks. This is what I'm talking about. The gameplay is just so brainless. So you just talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. And of course, you know, you know, when honey is pouring. Oh my god, I gotta get another Saturday stream going. I gotta get another guest stream. I got stuff planned, dude. It's all... There's stuff happening. That's as simple as I can say it. Can I get one more good larva? I'm starting to run low. I'm going to pop a couple of these life supports, and then we're going to be out of here. We're going to be fucking outie 5,000. Where the hell is that from, and why did I say that? I mean, I assume it's from somewhere. There you go. There's a good number. There's a big number. Okay, we got a couple Eximus that we got to delete, so let's just clear them out. Oh, it's 8. 8 minutes in. Looks like we're maybe getting an Acolyte spawn. Yes. Cheeky early Acolyte. Yes. See, these folks, I don't need to be in here longer than 10 minutes, okay? You saw how the Atlas gameplay goes. If you're feeling cheeky, you pop the rumblers. You know, I could show this off. We'll do one more test. I'm going to get to max armor. I'm going to fill the armor gauge in an instant. Look at this. Click 3. Shoot all of them. Just shoot them all in the fucking brain. And then let's see how much armor I get off of this. Oh, 150. Lame. Lame. Try again. I think I need to kill this guy. There you go. Let's try it out again. Okay, there's a larva. And there's a petrify. I think that's better. There you go. There's 1,000 armor. There's 1,000 armor from one larva. I mean, what else do you say, folks? You're feeling a little scared. You know, you're worried you're gonna get nuked by the sentients that are gonna, you know, the battlist is gonna do his spinny move. Should I just kill these guys? Okay, I'm just being a bitch. I shouldn't run. Let's just kill them, okay? They deserve to die. They've caused me so much trouble. I swear to God. Oh, don't worry, I gotcha. I gotcha, my friend. Look at that, dude. And then we click, and then we click a couple times, and he is down. There you go. All right, let's get out of here. Easy. What'd I tell you, folks? I mean, and you can go to the level cap or whatever you want to do, but no. I don't think so. We're going for 8 minutes. We're going to hit a fail. Doesn't matter. Failing really doesn't cause anything. You're pretty much fine.
Very good.
Here's what I say, folks. I want people to fail more often. Conjunction survival is so good because you can actually fail it pretty easily. Even if you're only going for fucking 15 minutes, you know, even if you're only going for 25 minutes so you can get that sweet 20 steel essence, it doesn't matter. You get one bad Thrax spawn and you're just dead. Game over. It's as simple as that, folks. And we still have not crashed. We are 54 minutes in. That's exciting. Let's see. So we talked about Atlas. So the next one we're going to talk about is Hydroid, I guess. Oh, I guess Nidus does have larva. Yeah, I guess I forgot about that. All right, so those are the 4. So we did Atlas. Next up is Hydroid, and then Nidus, and finally Mag. So, all right, so these larva frames are really weird. They are funky. All right, you know, you would never expect larva to be on one of these guys. Once again, Hydroid with 5 Archon shards. 2 of these are casting speed Archon shards, and 2 of these are health. And of course, we have energy to avoid arcane energize. But the reason that we avoid energize is so that we can use Guardian. And look at this, we're hitting 653 because he doesn't benefit from strength. We literally just have 40% strength, like insanely low. So now I'm getting 653 plus 900. 15% chance for 900, okay?
Operator.
I am going to grab another drink before we get started.
Me too.
So we'll talk about Hydroid in a little bit. All right, so let's get going. I'm going to cut to a loading screen. We're going to play some music. I'm going to grab another drink, and then we're going to get going. Okay. All right, folks, I'll be back. All right, we're back. Simple. Easy. Okay. So, what are we doing? We're talking about Hydroid. So we have 4 frames. I want to at least do the larva frames. I don't think I'll have time for the ensnare frames. So we'll just do the larva frames. Next up is Hydroid, and then we got Nidus, and then finally Mag. Okay, let's do this. Of course, we got Lens. Absolute classic. Incredibly fun. Let's just get right into it. Damn, this actually has 160 calories. Fire. No wonder it tastes so good. Fucking 2 grams of sugar.
Your
Makes all the
enemies
difference.
have grown fierce. Use all
I mean, I hate to say it, folks, but I'm gonna be burping up a storm. All right, once again, this is larva gameplay. So, oh, what the hell is my... What is this aura around me? What is going on? Let's do this. So, as always, we have max range, so it's the same build, essentially. But this time... Oh, I guess I completely forgot to talk about Hydroid's build. Okay, we'll talk about it at the end. All right. I guess I talked about Atlas before the build, I think. Yeah, we talked about it. All right. I mean, I hope I did. No, I think I did. I mean, you guys saw it. It was like... It was 100 adrenaline. It was the basic shit. Alright. Actually, yeah. I mean, like, Atlas is like a perfect example of a tank frame. I mean, he just crushes it. Hydroid is a little bit more lame. I'll say that. His abilities are kind of like just plain as fuck. And definitely old school. Like, super old school Warframe. Super slow. His 4 is pretty good. You can make it insane. You can give it some pretty big range. If I pop this, look at this. It's grabbing enemies all the way over there. Look at this. But yeah, it doesn't do any damage. That's not the point. It's not supposed to do damage. But how valuable is it for you to just grab an enemy and keep them there? Like, that doesn't seem useful at all. The whole point of like a crowd control ability is like grabbing enemies and like pulling them towards you so you can kill them easier. Because really just like Conjunction Survival is just all about killing enemies. Like, there's really nothing else to do. You just need to be, like, maxing it out constantly. If there was, like, a kills per second gauge, it would just need to be full constantly. That would be so useful. Holy shit. Dude, that would be, like, a cool widget to, like, install. Like, kills per second. Oh, my God. I mean, it would give you a better gauge about, like, okay, if you're playing a survival, you need to be about this good to actually survive just on your own, just solo. Okay, here we go. Snag this. I think we just shoot these guys. Just shoot them right in the fucking face. Alright, dude. I mean, obviously get rid of the Eximus. I mean, that should be rule number 1. And then now this is a perfect time for a larva. The lens has like I think it's like a half-second charge up because I have a Riven that's like damage and fire rate. So it's just so useful. And this is why you use these meta weapons. Look at this. I think I just have Cat's Eye. Yeah, so my cat is actually giving me a bonus crit chance, obviously for 12 seconds. Because I have that special mod that buffs it by a little bit. It's classic. That's how you play this game. It's the little stuff. But, the lens has 100% crit chance built in. So it's just a gamer moment. Look at this. Look at these numbers. What the hell is going on? It's not giving the explosion that I want to see. I want to see a glorious lens explosion. Yeah, it's only 8 o'clock. We've been going for an hour. Look at that. So we're going to actually just pop all of these. I don't know how close we are to the first. Yeah, we're at 3 minutes. So we're already popping all of these, and, the mission has just started. I don't like this arena very much, and I should probably be using this corroding barrage. So yeah, we'll talk about Hydroid's build when we get back. But I would say his best ability is actually Tempest Barrage, but you put the augment on it so you get Corroding Barrage. It's just free armor strip. Like, you just hold down one and then it gives it a longer duration. You kind of just keep it active the whole time. Corroding Barrage is pretty good. I think it staggers enemies, or it ragdolls them, so they kind of like fall on the ground and they can't do anything. But what ends up happening is that they just become really annoying to shoot. So really you just pop Larva on him. The corrosive proc strips the same amount of armor regardless of how much damage it does. Like, that has no effect on the actual armor strip. It's just about the number of procs. So really you're just, I gotta close this. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, that was my like I said, that was my work. If they get another I might have to mute that. Hang on 1 second. Let's mute this. Focus assist? Where the hell is focus assist? Is it here? Bastard. Let's no, not here. I mean, I just want the notifications to go. Here we go. Do not disturb on. Okay, there you go. Alright. Goodbye. Back into it, folks. See, it's a stream. It's live. I'm gonna have to add some fucking time codes so people can watch. I think what I'll do is I'll do like a build section, and then I'll also do like a gameplay section. If you get the meaning. Oh, they both turned back into dudes? Oh my god, this is a game over. This is an instant game over. What are we at? We're at 6 minutes? Oh, this is a game over. And of course the fucking bug just comes back. Flares up again. Yeah, this is an instant game over. Fuck off. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's so embarrassing. Do we have to go in again with Hydroid? Oh my god. I mean, you hate to see it. Jesus Christ. And I'm dead, just to top it all off. Trying to revive my fucking cat. I mean, this operator fucking ability bug is just killing me. Do I just wait for a second? Is that it? I just wait for like half a second and then it works? Is that really it? Okay. Did we get a good... I think we got a decent Hydroid. I don't want to redo him. Hydroid is lame. That's what I will say. He's the worst of the larva frames. Obviously you don't have to put larva on him, but there's like really no other... Like, what else are you going to do? It's fucking Hydroid. I mean, I used to be like, oh, Hydroid is okay, but it's like, come on, man. We're playing Conjunction Survival. You're going to fail that shit, alright? Even with Corroding Barrage, it's like, come on, man. Let's see some new shit. Let's see some funky shit. Alright? Let's do a Hydroid build. Let's do a proper Hydroid build. And then we will do a proper Nidus build. Alright? So let's just break down what Hydroid is all about. The Hydroid gameplay is going to end with me just shitting on Hydroid, but come on, man. I mean, I don't know what they would do. Like, you'd have to like really, really change some of his abilities. Like, I think especially like Undertow is just so fucking 2014. It's so slow. Like, I need some fast shit. Like, give me an ability where you just literally pull everything towards you. Like a tidal wave that just, like, turn Undertow into some ability where it's like this mega suck. Or it's like this continuous pull. Like, you basically have these tidal currents that are, like, pulling enemies towards you constantly. That would be... just do wonders. Like, some kind of... Because his... 4 is already like a kind of a CC ability, and it doesn't really have any use beyond that. Like, there's a maximum number of tentacles. That's what I'm trying to say. So like you could even change his 4 as well. But like, yeah, I think really just like literally just revamp his 3 and turn it into some kind of like continuous like pull ability. That's like, it's like this tidal wave of, I think that would be really sick. But you know, anyway, let's talk about his build. His 4 is pretty good. Like I said, it's cool to max out the range, but it has a maximum number of tentacles, so that's kind of a limiting factor regardless. For me, his only good ability is his 1 Tempest Barrage, where you put on Corroding Barrage, and Corroding Barrage is going to give you a 100% chance to have a corrosive proc. So every time either the bullet hits or the AoE hits, it's going to proc corrosive. So you're going to get a big, you're going to get a ton of corrosion, armor strip, all that stuff. Okay, and it's just built in. But it has a fixed radius. And it's kind of nice to hold down the ability just so you can cast it for longer and it's active for longer. But I will say the explosion radius scales with range, so that's pretty good. So as you can see, most of his abilities are just lame. I guess Undertow might be pretty good if there was a huge radius on it, but I don't think it really matters at this point. I would say, I said it before, his best ability is Tempest Barrage. So you can get that free corrosive proc, and so you're just guaranteed to have corrosive. You're guaranteed to have armor strip. And so, the thing that sucks is that Tempest Barrage is going to ragdoll enemies. So they're going to flop over. They're going to be hard to shoot. So it's perfect for Larva. Just suck them in and then hit them with Tempest Barrage. So the only way to really use Larva effectively is to do max range. So we're going to hit 280%. We're going to have basically no strength because Hydroid doesn't benefit from strength at all. So, it doesn't matter. So we're just going to build solely for energy and also, adding Arcane Guardian in as like a free defensive bonus. Okay. And what I really like about these active crowd control frames is that the energy cost is really low. So you're going to rock something like, a single Amber Archon shard that's going to give you 50% more energy. And it's like, as long as you're grouping enough enemies every time you cast, you're going to get an energy orb for free, essentially, and it's going to go directly directly towards your energy. And you're just going to basically be dead even, I guess I would say. Like your best ability is going to be your larva. And so as long as you have enough energy for that, you're going to be totally fine. I really hate how let's get some drink. When you have Zenurek active, you have a free ability essentially. But because of that, I have no idea how much energy these abilities cost, just because that passive ability is now showing up on the arsenal screen, which is the same for Zephyr that I talked about earlier. That's basically it. That's essentially the whole gameplay. Max range. That's it. Tempest Barrage kind of benefits, but not really. I think it's just a sick cosplay. Like, this skin is so awesome that it just makes me want to have a good Hydroid build. But, that's all I got to say. So that's it for Hydroid. Next up, of course, the Larva King himself. Just a criminally good frame. Of course, we're talking about Nidus Prime. Obviously, Larva is his ability. Unstable internet connection will be automatically adjusted. Interesting. I think it'll even out in a second. So anyway, let's keep going. As you can see, Nidus only has 175% range. But Larva already has a 21 meter radius. So it's his ability, so he doesn't have a nerf towards it. So you're just gonna be rocking it, just cruising, just sucking everything. Obviously, Nidus is a tank frame because he has 0 shields. So armor is going to be essential. So we're doing triple Umbra. We're hitting 1,000 armor, which is exactly 80% damage reduction. Hunter Adrenaline is a necessity on every tank frame. So if you're rocking, basically if you have triple Umbra, you probably also have Hunter Adrenaline built in. Unless you're talking about like Neja, which is a little funky. But anyway. I also love Insatiable. Insatiable is basically going to give you maximum stacks in like one click of your one. We'll get into it later. But it's a necessity. So you really just don't need duration. You get a lot of free strength. So the only strength that I have is Power Drift and Umbral Intensify. But we're already getting to 200% strength, which doesn't really matter. But you're going to get... you're basically going to get 124% as much stacks. So you're going to get a free stack. For every stack, there's an extra stack. So you're getting double the stacks. How many times can I say the word stack before I flub it? Anyway, let's get into it. Oh my god. Okay. This is something that I want to talk about. The Corinth Prime is not something that I would consider to be a meta weapon. Unless you are using a frame that has Arcane Avenger. Because really the I don't know what to call this. This is like I don't the alt fire. Okay. The alt fire is an airburst explosive. The AoE has almost a 10-meter radius. And the build that I have right now has dead even, heat, and viral damage. So you're almost guaranteed to get a heat proc. But really the secret is that when you have Arcane Avenger, you're going to get some massive crit bonuses. So you have a pretty good chance of proccing crit chance, or actually having a crit active. And then because of that, you have a 30% chance to get a slash proc. So anyway, we'll get into it later. You'll see the combo. But this is really like a secret hack that only works if you're using Arcane Avenger, because you need that like consistent crit chance bonus to really use it effectively. So let's just get into it. I think that was a good Nidus build. So then we'll talk about the abilities. All right.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
I guess the speakers literally turn off whenever I go into the arsenal, so that's just dumb as fuck. Alright, plain as day, just like we usually do it. So here's what I say. When I did that Hydroid playthrough, I should have just popped all of the life support. You know, I should have just done it. There you go. Okay. If I had done all the life support, I probably would have still survived. But here we go. This is the gameplay of the Corinth. So my Riven has bonus projectile speed, so you essentially have to activate the airburst as soon as it gets launched. Like, you basically have to trigger it instantly. But the projectile speed is so fast that it essentially like triggers it exactly where you want it. So you maybe delay it by like a quarter of a second. There you go. That's all you need. And so you see that Arcane Avenger is active, and it'll just stay active. Oh my god. And I think I have the cat buff. Yeah, I also have the cat buff. So when you have both crit chance buffs active, you're getting over 100% crit chance. You're seeing that. If you see an orange crit, it either means I have Vigilante Armaments proccing, or it means that I actually have over 100% crit chance. So, you know, it's a little funky. You may never know, but it's okay. So let's get to the main room. We haven't even used Larva once. So obviously Nidus, king of Larva, of course. I'm going to be in this field. I don't think you guys are ready for this. So this dude that turns the world black and white, he's going to give me a power strength bonus. So if I also have growing power active, look at this. I have almost 200% success chance for my Insatiable. So this is why I think of Insatiable as like one of the strongest. Like, it's just so like a necessity on every Nidus build. Like, it just doesn't matter. And then we just do this, and then we just activate his one. And we're just going to play a game to see how fast I can get to maximum stacks. Let's see. You click this. Click it. There you go. we're just going to click that. Yeah, there you go. As long as we have growing power active, that's all we need. So we're at 69, 70, you know, we get the idea. Your 1 is never going to kill an enemy, especially in the steel path. But it doesn't matter because you use it so that you can get stacks. This might get us to 100. Look, I haven't used the ability yet, and I'm still, yeah, I'm going to hit 100. So there you go, there's 100 stacks. So I cast Larva twice, I think. Twice, maybe 3 times. So you see why Insatiable is just insanely S tier. And then I think, now that I have max stacks, I think that if I die, it'll just take away 15 stacks, and then I'll just live again. So I just basically, essentially never die for a very long time. Alright. And now it's just basic Larva gameplay. That's it. And then we use the Corinth, and the Corinth has an air burst. So you really don't need to use Larva, but it's fun anyway. And as you can see, you saw that the Arctic Eximus got some kind of either a slash proc or a heat proc, and he was just dead instantly. There you go. I mean, and this is all the Larva gameplay is. It's like, I mean, when you talk about, how many times can I say it? Like, the whole point of a crowd control frame is just simplifying the shooting of enemies, making it easier to shoot enemies, and making it harder for them to shoot you. And you know, I think about like Breach Surge is also kind of a CC ability, but like not in the way of like a Vauban or like a you know, a Zephyr especially. Alright. So CC for me is really this ability to just turn the game into easy mode and not even think about what's going on. And that's what you love about it. That's really what you're hoping for. I think we're going to get a Sentient. I'm going to just trigger all of these life supports, at least 2 of them. I think the other life support is going in the right direction. Okay, we got Mania. Let's see if we can DPS him. I just need a heat proc or something. There's a heat proc. I mean, it does okay damage. There's 2 slash procs. Okay. Yeah, he's dead. So it's basically just a numbers game. If you can get a slash proc off of the explosive, then it's game over. Like, that explosive deals so much damage. I think we're in the 50,000 damage range. I think. And it probably has like close to... God, what is going on? So my cat's going to be dead for a while. I think I can kill the Thrax enemies before my cat fully dies. Okay, let's do this. Okay, there's one and they're both dead. Okay, so I think I can honestly talk about, or at least I should talk about the amp that I use, because that amp is like really broken and super useful, like only for this situation. And there's really only 2 situations that it's useful for. I've noticed that the secondary, like the alt fire for the amp, which you can decide, you can choose separately from the primary fire. The alt fire, I don't know, it just deletes Thrax enemies. Like, they just die so fast. And I don't know how or why, but I can't tell you how useful it is. Like, it just comes in clutch in so many situations, or it doesn't. And that's the 2-sided coin of it, is like, sometimes it's useful, sometimes you just get staggered a billion times, and you just don't know what's going on, and then all of a sudden you're dead, and it's like, before you even realize what happened, your own weapon has caused your demise. Anyway, folks. There's an air burst. That was a pretty good air burst. And that's kind of this whole game, is like, I don't think of anything as really being perfect. Like, for Corinth, you're really talking about, you know, you're saying this weapon is only useful if you have a crit chance bonus. So if I'm using Zephyr, suddenly the Corinth Prime is one of the best weapons in the game. Just because it has this air burst that like perfectly deletes everything in this wonderful sphere. But if you don't have a crit chance bonus, you're not really going to be using it effectively. Like, do you see how right now I have my cat bonus as well as my basic Arcane Avenger. And now that I have a double crit chance bonus, it really shines. But before, no. I mean, maybe. It basically competes with the Glaive Prime. Like, the whole goal of a meta primary is to outshine the Glaive Prime in most situations. You're really talking about, like room clearing. Like, when you're talking about, like, a Stalta or a Lens, you're really talking about, like, being able to delete everything in front of you. Guaranteed. That's kind of the criteria that you work on, because that's what the Glaive is working with. And so anything beyond that is just absolute F tier, not even worth your time. And that's why, like, when you talk about, like, an Opticore Vandal, or like a Stephalos or a Nataruk, or a Tenet Ferox, all of those weapons are S tier, but they will never be a meta weapon, because they're the only way that you will survive in a conjunction survival is if you have some kind of grouping frame, a true crowd control frame. And that's the secret, folks. That's why crowd control will always be first. Because being able to, like, group enemies up and deal with them easier and deal with them all in one click, not only does it benefit ammo economy, not only does it benefit energy economy, it benefits everything. Like, being able to just simplify your gameplay and just be able to say, like, as long as I press 2, I know that every enemy near me will be close to me. And, like, certain enemies that are maybe too far away, they will also be close to me. Look at this. This is what I'm saying. We have 2 slash procs on whoever that was, and he's already dead. So let's wait for another Thrax. I think we might be good. It's 8:24. I think we have enough time for... Oh, we only have 1 left. Mag is the last one. I think that Nidus build was pretty good. I should probably point out... No, I think it's okay. I think the Atlas build is okay. Because I think they can see that we have Hunter's Adrenaline in there. And then I talk about it again with the Nidus build, so I think we're fine. Alright, let's grab this guy. And then I think really for me the secret is, like, this way I get to show off my Nidus build and also show off gameplay for my Nidus build. So my plan is, like, doing in the description, you know how you can do, like, the chapters? It's going to say, Atlas build. And then it's going to say Atlas in the Steel Path. Or it's going to say Nidus build. And then it's going to say Nidus in the Steel Path. And then that way, the whole point is, like, just go to the time codes. Go to the description. Do a little bit of hunting. It'll also show up on the video timeline. And literally, it'll be as simple as saying... Go to here, here's the build, go to here, here's me proving how good my build is. And, like, I don't think anyone can really speak to saying that, I think you're really talking about content creators that have, like, a build for every frame. And then if you're in region chat, you're going to get some Nidus main that's going to be like, oh, you should use Zada's Whisper on Nidus. And it's like, oh yeah, nice, I love that build. Although, kind of, Zada's Whisper on Nidus sounds like a criminal. Because, of course, Zada's Whisper is essentially Mag's Bubble. So it's just... I mean, it's pretty nice. It sounds like a decent build, actually. Not gonna lie. I'm coming around to the whole non-existent build that I don't think anyone will ever do. Alright. One more frame. It's 8:27. We're making pretty good time. I think the Atlas build pretty much covered everything. Anyway, let's just get going. See, you can see me just coming back to the Atlas build over and over again. But it's so basic. I mean, literally just the most simple shit. It's just triple Umbra, Hunter Adrenaline. That's it. Max range. That's it. That's the whole gameplay. Anyway, final frame. The last larva frame. The Queen of Shields. The best shield frame Well, I don't know. I don't consider Harrow to be a shield frame because he's kind of just insane all around. He's just an all-rounder. But yes, I would consider Mag to be the queen of shield frames. You'll notice that I have a Tau Forged red Archon shard, and so we'll get into that later. I have double casting speed. I have double shield capacity. This build is funky. She is a shield frame at heart, so Arcane Aegis is an absolute necessity. Even though it's 3%, if you get it, you get it, and it's super useful. Okay? She uses Energize because she doesn't really need Grace, because if she does get her shields depleted, she's basically dead, so it's kind of a game over anyway, so not even going to put Grace in there. She's rocking Prime Flow for max energy. Of course, she's not rocking 100%. She's not rocking max range. She's rocking close to max range. So look at this. It's only 20 meters. But Mag also has a really nice ability that you should never look down upon. Okay? Some people say that Polarize is a really good ability. I think it's too slow for me. Crush will gain back your shields almost instantly. Crush will refill and overshield you so fast. And so obviously you're going to put Fracturing Crush in there purely for the armor strip. You don't care about the CC where they don't move because you're putting in Larva. But really, you know, when you're talking about Crush, you got to hit 100% armor reduction, okay? So we have 82 right now. And that only comes from Transient Fortitude. That's it. That's the only thing saving our strength. We're over 100. But we need more. So, of course, we have Growing Power. And then actually the Tau Forged Red is also accounting for that. So the Tau Forged Red is actually what's getting us over 100% strength. So that's going to be our secret weapon. Having a red Archon shard to get you to 100% armor strip is going to be so nice. But I got to stop right there. I got to finish this drink. I got to take a piss. Let's see, which weapon are we using? Oh my god. We're using the Stalta. The Stalta has an alt fire that only really works if you have a Riven. As you can see, my Riven is insanely cringe. We're rocking 100% cold and 150% crit damage with a Riven disposition of 3. And so because of that, guess what? Stalta alt fire has 100% crit chance with point strike, which is only 150% crit chance. So that means that you can actually rock a charge rate of 0.84, which is the slowest charge rate of any charge up explosive. So it's still the slowest. Even with all of these buffs, it's still the slowest, even when I have Vile Acceleration, which actually takes away 15% damage. It still barely is under 1 second charge up. So it's really hard to use. But I have an 11 times crit multiplier with 100% crit chance. AoE, of course, is over 7 meters. And we're dealing 16,000 damage per hit. With almost a guarantee. Well, we're twice as likely to proc viral. So that's about it. So Stalta, a criminal weapon. Absolutely meta tier if you can get a Riven, so you can get that perfect build. Because if you can save a mod slot by getting either Cold or Toxin, then you will be able to rock a perfect build. And that's the secret. Alright. We'll finish So-So. That's the song we were listening to. That's the Wolong soundtrack. We'll finish So-So. We'll do Mag Prime, and then that'll be it. That'll be the end for the stream, folks. Alright, so let's cut over. Let's play some So-So, and then we're done. Actually, should we play Ludwig? I think we should play Ludwig. Okay, let's play some Ludwig. Yeah, TikTok, you get a secret angle. You get the angle that nobody else gets to see. I better not show the dingle on the loading screen. Anyway, I probably just lost some TikTok viewers there. Anyway. Let's go. I think we covered the mag build. I think we pretty much covered it. Obviously, Boreal's Hatred. Well, you can see that. If you don't know what Boreal's Hatred does, I don't know what to say to you. Let's go. This is the last frame. This is the final larva frame. Alright? We've had fucking 2 views on YouTube. The first stream is blowing the fuck up.
These foes deserve
The first stream is doing really well.
Honor them with
And then
quick
this
deaths.
guy and the one before it, the curse stream that crashed my OBS because I was overclocking my PC because I'm a fool.
The Orican Nerve Sentry
That
is
one also has
attempting to
0
purge you
views
from
or
this
like
place.
1 view. So
Stand by for life support.
insanely cringe. So the real issue with Mag is that you essentially have to be using her ultimate ability all the time. Because it's the best way for you to gain your shields back. So it's really just up to you to have enough energy to actually just be casting it all the time. That's pretty much it. Like if you don't have overshields, you should already be casting your ability. If you're getting shot enough that you don't have maximum overshields, something's going on. Something's going wrong. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Let's do this. Okay. Are you ready for the Stalta? There you go. A little hard to see. My philosophy is always like shoot your AoE weapons in the air just so you can stay as far away from them as possible. But like, dude. I mean, Stalta is just criminal. And it uses 20 bullets per shot. There you go. Look at that. Juicy. Mag also has a kind of like a like an item pickup range bonus, which is kind of annoying in some situations, but it doesn't really matter. Like it, whatever. Who cares? Let's just play some Mag. Little chaotic, folks. Little chaotic. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if Warframe streamers are like doing like high level Warframe shit like this. To me, like doing solo anything, that's high level. If you're not doing it solo, like, what are you doing? Are you even playing the hardest game modes? I know there's people who say like, oh, like Steel Path Disruption is like the hardest game mode because the enemies scale up to max level the fastest. And that's like one justification. But it's like, I think for me what I've always found is like having to do this without a squad just makes it so fucking rough. And what I will say is like, I think Conjunction Survival is so perfect because you can do it solo and it's hard, but also like you can do it with every frame. You can do it with almost any weapon as long as you're using the right build, and you're pretty much fine. Like, it's an incredible way to play the game. Having that every 5 minutes 3 bosses spawn stresses you the fuck out. Like, it's so genius. Like, whoever came up with Conjunction Survival, insanely genius. Like, they know this game. And that is why I've spent so much fucking money on this game, is because, like, there is not a better randomized roguelike game in existence. Where, like, you create this, you gear up as strong as you can, and then you just go. And that's kind of like something that will always be beloved for me for roguelikes. Like, dude, you think I've spent a lot of money on Warframe? I've spent a lot of money buying games. It is crazy. But then, like, being able to, like, curate all these games and be able to, like, review them and, like, re-review them, and oh my god. Like, here's what I thought about. Well, I don't know. I feel like having them, all of the games in order is like so valuable, so that people can be like, oh, you know, there's this game called Fugal, which is, you know, one way, and then that was kind of my whole philosophy, is like, I don't want there to be suddenly this one game that doesn't really fit with the other ones. So like being able to do all of the 2D platformer roguelikes all in one shot is like so important to me. Just to be able to say like, oh, you know, when someone watches all these videos back to back, they'll just be like, oh, look at this. They're all matched up so seamlessly. Because, dude, I own, what is it? I'm at the end of the day, I'm going to own 37 2D platformer roguelikes, or at least over 30 2D platformer roguelikes. And they are fun as fuck, and the way that like the subtle differences between them and how each of the games kind of stands out in its own way and has its own shine and polish. What is that cringe number I saw? What is this cringe slash proc? What the fuck? Come on, man. What are these god-awful slash procs? The slash proc was bigger on the Corinth. What is going on? I guess that will always be the Stalta's biggest weakness. Okay, here we go. That was kind of an embarrassing slash proc, I gotta say. I thought it would scale off the critical damage, but maybe it doesn't. Yeah, that guy's empty. Alright. Yeah, well, this is the last frame. I mean, Mag is the last larva frame. And so, oh my god, of course, as soon as the Thrax enemy spawn, it's gonna be game over. I can already tell. Okay, both of them are down. Look at this dude just teleporting all over the place. I think I need to turn back into this guy. Real quick, turn back into Mag. Kill him. And he's dead. Okay, good. Dead. Over with. Okay, so we can... As long as we survive for another 3 minutes, that's the end of the stream, folks. So this will be a good Mag test. And I think what I'm really trying to get at is like part of what makes Warframe so difficult is like putting yourself in stressful situations. Like I think if you can survive for 2 hours, then the game is too easy. Like if you can survive for 2 hours and you're willing to go for that long, make the game more difficult. Do something so that, you know, surviving for 2 hours is not as simple as you're making it out to be. And I think people will say like, oh, that's just because we have the perfect build and we're so synergistic that everything works perfectly and we never fail. But it's like, the whole point is to like, how many frames are in the game? There's over 50. Styanax was 50. So that means that Varuna and Citrine are 51 and 52. So there's more than 50 frames in this fucking game. And people are going to be like, oh, but the only meta combination is like Wisp, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean. You know, like doing a fucking arbitration or whatever. You gotta play every frame, dude. You gotta play every frame. You gotta have a build for every frame. If you're gonna go to Legendary 2, if you're gonna actually unlock everything and rank everything up, you better keep all those weapons. You better put a build on all those weapons. And you better play all those weapons and all those frames. Because it's like, why the fuck not? If you're actually going to invest in this game like I hope you are, go all the way. Or, you know, or have a couple weapons, okay? But the pursuit of Legendary 2 is the pursuit of everything. To have everything unlocked, to have done everything. Dude, I got the intrinsic where you lock onto enemies, you know, for Railjack. I don't even use it. I never zoom in Railjack. And you know what it does? It increases the heat buildup. So it's literally just a detriment. It does nothing but hurt me in Railjack. But do I give a fuck? No. Not at all. Because you got to do everything. You got to get all the intrinsics. You got to get all the K drives. You got to get all the fucking amps. Every single amp with their shitty shots, or you know, however you want to play it. And that's it. That's the whole gameplay. And here's the thing, folks. You don't start out with this mindset. You will never start Warframe with the philosophy of I'm going to collect everything, I'm going to get everything. It comes at a certain point where you realize, like, am I really going for Legendary 2? Oh shit, well I should get everything then. I should learn to play everything. I should make every build work. You know, like, the only rule I have for melee weapons is that if it doesn't deal slash damage, I'm not gonna fucking use it. I don't care. I don't care if I have to get a Riven for it. I don't care if I have to get a perfect Riven that saves me 2 mod slots so that I can put 2 extra slash mods just so that it deals more slash damage than viral damage. I don't care. I will make it work because the Karudo is the only sparring weapon that you can actually build to have slash as the primary damage type. So of course I'm going to get a Karudo Riven, which I already had. I'm going to get a Karudo Riven. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to roll a perfect Riven that probably has like Toxin and attack speed or something like that. And then I'm going to put both of the slash mods. I'm going to put Buzzkill and I'm going to put Carnus Mandible or whatever, you know. There's the Carnus mod and then there's the mod you get from the Terra list, whatever those guys are called. The Eidolons. Yeah, so the Eidolons will drop you the 120% or the 90% slash mods or whatever it is. Look at this. Everybody spawns at the exact same fucking time. Look how dog shit this is. We're gonna pop larva. Oh, we're using Stalta? Hang on, let's swap. Okay, we gotta delete these guys first of all. I can't even... Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm so fucking dumb. Okay, just spam the shit out of it. Did I kill both of them? It doesn't matter. I need shields. I need to larva this guy. Yes, both of them are dead. Thank God for the alt fire. This is what I'm saying. If they're far away from you, then the alt fire is just... Oh my god, so embarrassing. If the alt fire... If they are far away from you, then you won't get hit by the alt fire, but they will get hit like fucking a dozen times in an instant. Alright, we're done. We did it, folks. 10 minutes of me talking shit while also playing mag and also trying to show off the gameplay. I hope you guys saw it. The whole gameplay is essentially just press 4 or press 1. And maybe if you're feeling spicy, you press 2 and then you create the mag bubble. But I don't really have any weapons that benefit from a mag bubble. Because the mag bubble is really like... Anybody who's telling you to use Zada's Whisper is also telling you that you can only use the Fenmore or like only use projectile weapons that also deal insane amounts of damage. Like, if someone is telling you to use Zada's Whisper, they're telling you to like limit your whole build so that you basically can't use anything. So I always shy away from that. But we are done. That's it, folks. That's the whole stream. That was an hour and 47 minutes, okay? And I gotta go in and do time codes for all of this shit, okay? So we're gonna hope that the Hydroid build is good. We're gonna hope that the Atlas build is good. We're gonna hope that the Vauban and the Zephyr builds were also good. So anyway, we got a lot of shit to do. Anyway. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Shout out to Bert. That was some good chat. I love a good bant. Alright? We got 2 views. We got 1 like. Average view duration less than a minute. Or maybe... No, I think that's less than a minute. Alright, that's fine. You get the idea, folks. Alright, we're done. Let's see. Video going out Monday. Rising Hell going out Monday. Obviously, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. That's all I got for you, folks. I'm going to be putting builds and tests in the description so you can actually click off to time codes. But beyond that, that's all I got. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. We're going to get 1 more drink in me. I'm going to do time codes. And that's all I got. So, I hope you all enjoyed. Take care. Bye-bye.